We are here, homies and honeys, with another video. So, today was the first day of Summer's Game Fest, and Capcom and Fatalis decided to show us another trailer, the second trailer for Monster Hunter Wild: The Hunter's Journey. We're gonna do just like we did last time. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna point out the things that you see and do a little speculating and just be excited for Monster Hunter. If you're a fan like me and the whole community of Monster Hunter fans, let's go ahead and dive on in. Like I said, I already seen the trailer, but I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to cover it on the channel because I'm a Monster Hunter fan, man. I got to. All right, let's get it, baby. 4K all day.
Over there!
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Yeah! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove! I will draw its iron!
Man, so
Follow me.
good.
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready! If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them! As I feared, they picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
Don't worry. The hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
And there we go, homies and honeys. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this audio down because we got this. It's gonna loop through for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the audio a little bit so it's not that loud, and we're gonna go over what we see in the trailer. First of all, right here, Palico. All right, good old Palico, female hunter. All right, great sword. All right, we see it. We love to see it, right? The first thing we get is voice acting. So we get to hear the Palico talk, but I'm pretty sure the Palico talked in the first trailer as well. But the hunter also has a voice too now. So this is going to be the first Monster Hunter game where we have the protagonist or your hunter is voiced and the Palico is voiced. Now, I'm all for it because we never had a Monster Hunter that did that. So I'm willing to see how it turns out, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm open to it, right? Like I'm not like rejecting it. Like I'm hoping that they put the Monster Hunter language in the game because I want the Palico. Will the Palico go back to being a cat and talking like a cat would in older Monster Hunter games, or will he actually speak Monster Hunter language? So I'm wondering if that's the thing. That's just me, all right? I'm very curious, so very open to it, not rejecting it. Don't think it's a bad idea at all. Go ahead, try something different. Capcom, do your thing, Monster Hunter. I'm all for it, all right? Let's get into it. So we got these sandworms, right? Is from what I see, like crazy. All the monsters so far that they've shown, they all have this. I can't describe how I feel about them when I see them. They all have this it's like they have this look to them. They're freaky looking, man. Like, it's not bad, not freaky in a bad way. Just I don't know. There's something about these monsters. Like, every monster on there has their monsters, and they look a certain type of way. The vibe that the monsters have been giving me so far is like creepy and freaky, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just the vibe and feeling that these three monsters that they announced so far give me, right? So it's just, and I don't know what she has in her hand. It looks like a sword. I don't know if it's part of the armor. I don't know if it's a stick she uses to hit the sacred, but you shouldn't be beating that magnificent beast. All right, I don't know what it is. It looks like a sword though. Voice acting from the protect for your hunter. Hit her with the hook slinger. Now right here we get to see, so once again that pack mentality is the right here. This one right here is the alpha of these other ones. That's, so you know, we've seen this pack stuff going on, this herd mentality and stuff. That's this is the head honcho. This is the alpha, you know what I'm saying? And those is just the groupies, you know what I mean? So I like it. Alright, boom, we get to see right there, right there, she swung the greatsword. Boom, hit him, bam, hit him. Then she swapped and pulled out the light. I think this is a heavy bowgun. I'm pretty sure this is a heavy one. I'm pretty sure it's heavy. Pulls out the heavy bowgun and starts popping off on them. You know what I mean? Letting them things sing. You know what I mean? Yeah. To each his own, right? But dope to see it in motion. Like, you can swap between both weapons while you're on your mount. Like that. Very cool. Very cool. Now this right here is, so this monster that we keep seeing, this worm, the head honcho, you know, the alpha, his name is Balahara. I might be butchering it. I don't know. I think it's Balahara. You know, he or they can create these sand traps, right? That, you know, so I guess maybe the little ones can create them too, but that's basically what you see in this area right here, is a sand trap that was created by the monster. It's part of what Balahara does. So it's cool to see that this monster has some tricks, right? And I don't know what the gooey stuff that we seen them spitting. So, like, if we just drop back a little bit, we will see a scene where one of them hawks up some kind of ball right here. I don't know if this is gonna be like water blight, or, you know, it's not blast. I'm assuming it's like mud, right? So, you know, that like Bareth has, right? Or Geraditos slings around, or Almendron has. Like, I'm assuming it's mud. That's my assumption. I could be wrong. Speculation. It could be something else. You know, it could be poison. They could be adding some new shit in. I don't know. But it looks muddy. So yeah, cool. Pelago hanging on for dear life back there. I just wanted to, you know, point that out, that they do spit some stuff. And then, like I said, the Balahara create a sand trap, and it's kind of similar to like the sand trap in Monster Hunter World, where Diablos like busts out, and if you're standing there, you drop down into a hole, and there's a whole under level to the level. Seems like we're gonna see some of that layered terrain going on, like, you know, lower levels, and then, you know, and then maybe elevation on top of the standard base land. I don't know how to pronounce what I'm trying to say, but I'm pretty sure you get it, right?
You find
So this is our boy right here. This is that's Balahara. That's the head honcho, the alpha, the big daddy worm. All right. I mean, it is like a sandworm, but it does have like legs and like hands and feet, or legs and stuff. So yeah, and it has this spiral kind of thing going on with him, like on their scales and stuff. I feel like this monster is like, just the vibe I get is like creepy, freaky, I get a freaky, creepy vibe from these monsters, all of them so far. So, see how he has like this spiral pattern on his body, and it's like curling like a drill. Maybe that helps him burrow through the sand and move through the sand real fast. Their body, like, they be doing stuff like that. They do due diligence when they create these monsters. They just don't throw them together. Like they put a lot of thought into how the monster lives, how it functions, its ecosystem, like what is all that stuff. They do great work when it comes to that. Top tier. Another sand pit. Looks like yeah. So he also spit the shit. Right. And they're jumping the douche. That's what I call them. All right. Oh, whoa. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. All right, we gotta go back. So as we see, you can mount, run around. Right. We see that they are jumping. It's going too fast for me, and I'm not fast enough. Old man. So it looks like they're just jumping him. Then we see that big circle thing that we seen in the very first announcement trailer. It is like lighting up. The power of lightning. Now right here we have a unrevealed monster. We don't know what his name is. But to me, from what we see here, he's definitely like this is what I'm speculating. Like now most Monster Hunters don't always have an Elder Dragon as a flagship, right? In Monster Hunter World, we had Nergigante. He was the flagship for World. Then we had Velkhana. That was the flagship for Iceborne. Then when we jump to Rise, right? Rise flagship was Magnamalo. Magnamalo was not an Elder Dragon. But then we had Sunbreak, and the flagship of Sunbreak was Malzeno. And Malzeno was an Elder Dragon. GU, if I was to go to GU, that's Generations Ultimate. On the Switch, great game, old school if you wanted to play Monster Hunter before it really got popular. GU is where it's at. This old school Monster Hunter feel to it. I think for GU, I don't know what the flagship was for Generations, but Generations Ultimate, I'm pretty sure what's his name? Valfalk. I think that's his Japanese name. Valstrax is our name. Was the flagship. I'm sure it was. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong there though. Yeah, so this monster is definitely thunder based. Now, when I first seen it, I was really like, whoa, what's going on, right? So they show like these horns. We see he has some horns here, some horns here. He's looking gold, but at first I thought it was gold because of the lighting. But he could be green, right? It could be the lighting that makes him look this way. But to me, he looks like he can either be gold or green, right? So as we see, he has some kind of scales, or it looks like scales to me, or some kind of tube, a hollow tube that channels this electricity, this thunder. See, he looks more green here. So now, see, as we see, and when I first, like, me and my boy, I don't know why that happens every time. Like, me and my boy, when we were like looking at this trailer and going over it, I was like, man, this thing, he was like, oh shit, it looks like Gore Magala. And I was like, I don't think he looks like, his wings give you the vibe of Gore Magala, but I was like, I don't know. And then once you get a little bit more, right, you get right here, this is where you get that Gore vibe, right? So you get that Gore vibe when you see that wingspan, right? So right there, right? That's a beautiful shot of him shooting the thunder. He has these wings that are like it's incredible to look at. So like, and like as I looked at him more, he got these two big blue electric charged scythes on his wings, right? And then his tail has this line going through it. It looks like it goes all the way up from his tail all the way up his back, and then splits off and comes around his neck to his head, right? And I'm almost positive that this monster's horns, he has 2 horns on the bottom and 2 horns on the top, and I'm pretty sure his horns change position when he's using this, or he has this charge in him. You know, maybe this is in rage mode, and maybe these things go up through his back and we can't see it, like that blue line that we seen on his neck. It might expand up his wings and go into the claw or the scythes he has on the tip of his wings. But this monster, after I seen it and I looked, I was like, this guy looks a lot like Seregios built to me. He gave me Seregios vibes with a kind of like a Brachydios kind of color scheme, right? Looks great, right? We don't know who he is. We don't know if he's an elder dragon. We don't know if he's a flying wyvern, but he's gonna be one of those two, and I'm pretty sure his horns shift positions. If I can capture it, like there is a spot, like it's like right around in here, you can see his horns have separated. They were all close, like they're separate now. You see how they're way far apart now, and his electric charge is gone, right? So when he drops back, if you just, like, you could slow it down. You watch the trailer yourself. Like that dude's horns move. His top horns, I think, maybe all of them, shift position during whenever he might be enraged. He gets this lightning charge. They definitely shift. There's no way they don't. Like, I clearly, like, we see that his shit's in a straight point right now. And then as he lets it go, we see his horns change position, bro. He definitely shifts his horns. His horns either flat back or he can control them and move them back and forth. It's very interesting. Yeah, dope. So, as I thought, like, as I thought to myself, I wasn't sure. The way they described it, it sounded like there was no what is it called? Civilization or settlements or people living in this new area. This wild. What's it called? Wild Windward. I forget the name of the place, but it seems like there was no people, or maybe we're building a settlement or some kind of base camp to be, some place of base of operations. I don't know if we're building a base of operations or there are already people here and they do have like little settlements or something. We just don't have that information, but we see right here that they're in a village.
Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
And bam. And that's basically all for the trailer. We did get some more news though. They will be at Gamescom. I guess Gamescom is in like August. They will have a demo to play, I guess, on the floor. They didn't say anything about us getting a demo or anything of that nature. But they did announce that they will be at Gamescom. The biggest thing of this whole thing is this. They announced crossplay for Monster Hunter Wilds. So Monster Hunter Wilds will be available on the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. Some online exclusive content, including online multiplayer, will be required with PlayStation Plus for the PlayStation 5 version of the game. Pass Core Ultimate memberships for Xbox Series X and S versions, broadband internet, of course. A Capcom ID is not required to play the main game or access online exclusive content. Now, I did hear that Street Fighter, the newest Street Fighter, actually does use Capcom ID for crossplay in Street Fighter. But this doesn't seem like it's going to. They just said it's not. So crossplay, players will be able to match with other players across all platforms. So we can play with PC, we can play with Xbox, both versions of Xbox and PlayStation all get to play together. Amazing. This was one of the biggest things I wanted in the game was crossplay. And yes, and you can turn crossplay on or off in the game options. So you have options, always a good thing. Thumbs up. And players can also become friends with other players across different platforms. So they're going to have some kind of friends list system or maybe tied to your guild card and stuff like that. Awesome. I'm super happy. This is the first Monster Hunter game that we will have that will release on everything but the Switch, right? At the same time. Because every Monster Hunter game so far has been staggered, right? We had Monster Hunter World come out. It came out on Xbox and PlayStation first. Then it came to PC and went to Steam. Then they announced and released Iceborne. Iceborne came out on Xbox and PlayStation first. Then it came out on PC. Then we had Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter Rise launched exclusively on the Nintendo Switch, right? Was out on the Switch, and then they brought the game to PC. It was out on PC, and then they announced the expansion or Sunbreak. Sunbreak came out on Switch and PC at the same time. And they went through basically almost every single update up until like almost the last update, and then they released Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak on PlayStation and Xbox. So this is the first Monster Hunter game that we're going to have that won't have that stagnant launch, and everybody in the community, no matter what platform you on, you can play with your homies and your honeys and your hunters, right? That right there is the thing I wanted the most from this Monster Hunter game, because I know the game going to be good. It's Monster Hunter. We've been playing this game for a long time, like 20 years damn near. A Monster Hunter, right? More than that, I think. They just had an anniversary. I don't even remember what number it was, right? The one thing, the downside is there's no cross save, cross buy, cross progression, but I don't care about that, right? I don't have no problems with that. They said more details will be made available at a later date. Note, please be aware the game is still in development and this information will change or subject to change. Cool. I'm all for that. All for it. On another note, I was speculating that if they have a demo for Gamescom and people are going to get to touch the game, we'll probably get a demo or a beta 2 of them probably, because if they continue down the path they've been doing, we will get a demo. It'll have like 1 or 2 monsters, and then and it might have some hidden stuff in it, and then we'll get another beta demo before the game come out that will let us fight an extra hard version or a super powered up, juiced up version of the flagship monster, and then the game will release. So if that's happening in August, I'm thinking we might see the game launch early 2025, maybe first quarter, first couple months, February, March, somewhere around there. If we get if we're gonna get a demo, at least 1, maybe 2 demos this year. That's just my speculation. Homies, honeys, and hunters, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Just my thoughts and my speculation on what I think about it. I think the trailer looks good, game looks good, new monsters. Can't wait to see what we get at Gamescom. I think at Gamescom, after Gamescom, I think that's when I'll probably not be covering the game no more. I will play the demos when they come out, but I probably won't be doing like videos like this because I don't like spoils. I don't like to be spoiled. I watched the first couple. Oh, my internet's going to shit. All right, I'll watch the first couple of trailers and stuff, but then after a certain point when they start trying to push real hard, I back off. I like a fresh experience. So that's all I got to say about this one. I'm going to be out. OUT out. Deuces.